Welcome back to Workers and Resources. We are back. So back in our republic. After we have set up a new water clearing setup. Hello Neocontra. Hello Thorgrim. Good morning. It's been a while. I'm on vacation now. Starting today. Not including today, but work is over. I did say we would do Workers and Resources today. There was an update to frontline logistics, where now the enemy also uses logistics and builds FOBs and stuff like that. So that's probably going to be checked out tomorrow morning. Well, you look like you were waking up right now, so I tried to be, I don't know, nice I guess. So, frontline logistics might be happening tomorrow. I also want to check out Stationeers because they released an update today, I think? Or yesterday? With new gases. 18 hours of Workers and Resources every day for a full week? No. 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 Oh god, no. Our population is pushing up further and further. Trying to keep things stable as we expand. Now that our water supply has been corrected very well. Still would like to build the other water well at some point, but it's not urgent. I think we will tear this down though. Maybe not. Let's see. If I build the other water well, it would probably provide us with enough water to get over a quarter of, well, it should get us over a quarter of our, actually halfway to our goal. Because we are not at the limit of the new water purification plant yet. We're about halfway. Should only use 70% though, so maybe we get to 20,000. That means we need 5 water purification plants to get to our 100,000 citizens goal. Glorious Republic is getting bigger. I'm planning on building the Kremlin. No, we're not building the Kremlin. I'm not going to make any prestige projects like that for the moment, while we're still setting up a stable nation. I think I'm going to get rid of this orphanage because we had 3 and now we have 5, so we can bring it back down to 4. Because I feel like to get to 100,000 citizens, I probably need to have a coal mine. For the simple reason that we will have to mine coal more efficiently. We'll empty out this orphanage. Pull the resources from there instead. How much fresh water does your citizen consume per month? Per month I have no idea. I can just tell you the active consumption. I don't know why, well, it is probably listed under the domestic production and consumption. – 3,300 cubic meters of water. Money-wise, more water than food. But we're producing that ourselves, not importing. It's a lot. So yeah, I think we're going to demolish the orphanage and get ready for planning the train platform, which should have a very large catchment radius. Maybe a tram station nearby too, so we have an... Well, I don't think we can have a road go through here. But then again, this railroad isn't being used yet, so we could also move that. Bring it further in line to allow ourselves a road connection across. I mean, we have a road connection here that we can use, I guess. Would then become a tram road. Once the clothing and the meat and most of the food is gone, then we'll get rid of this orphanage. You know what? Run it with full workforce, it's fine. Full efficiency, let's go. Also need to check and see if there are any water substations that still need a water tower, because I would like to add them to everything. Like this one, for example, needs a water tower. We got rid of the kindergarten. Oh right, there was something we were building when I decided to do a race. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that whole shenanigans thing. That was a lot of fun. But we need to complete it. We need a footpath here. That's all done. Trees need to move because I need to see. So the cableway station is supposed to send workers to both water purification plants. Well, one water purification plant and both water wells over the bridges. Which they can could probably do with this connection as well. I don't think I need this one. Let's get rid of this. And this one for now. So we unload the workers here by cableway. Build it slightly diagonally. We'll probably be able to get the footpath out of there, I believe. Still have to get the towers to connect around, but yeah, I think this might work. Let me try this. we'll build it here. And then we can just go around the building. That would easily be enough reach for both water wells. Doesn't really need electricity if there wasn't any, but it can use it. And then all we need is a tower to connect over the train tracks into the cableway. And I guess with a single one we could do that. Or if we want to make it look a little bit more fancy, we could just use another one. Okay, so cableway station at this site. I don't think we've tried that yet, did we? I was removing the footpaths because, well, it looked like we could place it, but and the monument is gone. Let's see if we can get the cableway station here. It does not hook up. I need another small tower, I think. Will that be enough? No. So if we build it here, it would work. We have to get rid of this footpath. Build it underneath the cable, I guess. Or maybe on this side. Not sure what that is used for. And Nuno, welcome. Okay, cableway next to the prison. We have a connection through here. Cableway on this side, hooked up to the water purification setup. Everything basically in range. Footpath could keep going, so we are connected to the cableway towers as well. I don't think it needs to be a pretty sidewalk on that end. But I also don't see a reason why we wouldn't. Oh. God dang it. You were not supposed to get upgraded. And there's a weird thing with the boxes. Well, I guess we'll upgrade these two. There. Have an upgrade. Cable connected all the way through. We just need the other cableway station, I guess. It seemed like we were able to build it. We'll see if we can get a replacement footpath in, maybe closer to the prison wall. We'll see. I'm wondering what's the train icon on some of the options mean. It's the early start DLC icon. Those are buildings exclusive to the early start DLC. Well then, let's get building. And this one should probably be gravel. Otherwise it looks weird having dirt in a gravel compound. That's also why I got rid of the gas station over there. Hello Rickety Railway. Welcome. So yeah, tomorrow probably gonna do a stream of stationeers. I really would like to do a run of stationeers. I really would like to do a run of Frontline Logistics. They have said that Frontline Logistics might be closer than... like, has made really good progress towards the early access version. Euro Truck Simulator 2. I've already played that one. It's a chill game. I don't feel that one right now. Once I started going fast, I don't think I can follow the laws anymore. It's yeah. I like the just going as fast as possible through the traffic, not paying attention to any of the rules. I don't like the chill driving right now. Right, we need to upgrade this section of road. It's gonna be a big one. Come on, game, there must be a way to get through this footpath somehow. Footpaths are the only thing we're not able to get through yet. In the other direction it works, but... yeah, this way it's too competent to prevent us to do that. Because if we upgrade this road, the access to the supply point is going to be really, really bad again for that duration. %6 happiness drop from not getting electronics. Yeah, that's noticeable. Still not going to care about that. We have made a republic that should be able to function without any electronics whatsoever. Alright, I think we'll do the road upgrade now. That means during the time there will be no cross-road traffic here. So it should be all good, I believe. Workers to the fire station probably should still have access, right? Otherwise this is gonna be a bit of a problem. Maybe? Unlikely. Likely. can't get that last piece of connection around here onto this footpath in the middle because it's only a single piece, so it's so close though. Let's try and get a footpath through here then. Because the fire station must be kept alive, otherwise things are gonna get quite quickly out of control. If there's a fire in our supply area. Should have probably thought about that before triggering the road upgrade, but it should be fine. Good. Everything is fine. Workers can still head here from a variety of connections. I mean, they don't need this footpath really. To get to the fire station, you can just walk along the main road. Alright, that'll keep everything safe. Looks like the orphanage is being utilized as a source of resources, which is exactly what we wanted. We need a horse carriage picking up clothing. Meat is basically out. I mean, it's just... Why do we care so much about that tiny piece of money that's still in here? Just empty it out. And get rid of it. Road first. Footpath. There we go. So yeah, we'll get another water well in with 2 water tanks. The purification plant inside the city, I guess, should also get 2 water tanks. I might relocate the theater. I'll pump them in here somewhere. Maybe this monument and the theater, and then 2 pumps on this side. Might have to remove the sports thing too. Still at 90%. Well, we have 2 outputs fitting around the back. Somewhere here. Into 2 water tanks on the right side, which hopefully don't affect the other water supply too much. And then they connect into these 2 water pipes that will go along this route. And we'll probably build new water pumps feeding into the water purification plant. Actually, no, we already have these. Yeah, keep them in the city, I guess, it's fine. Sure. So we only need to hook up 2 water pipes to the water tanks and they will siphon the water supply themselves. should be able to hook them up here, I think. And connect them with the existing pipe. On that end. So we don't need a water pump going out, because that's handled by the treatment plant in the city. We just need 2 water pumps, similar to this, dealing with the water coming from the water well. No substation, unless we really increase our consumption. Something like that again. And that would be it, I guess. Second backup water well into water purification with some redundancy. And we could crisscross the pumps. These ones could hook up in here, and these ones could hook up in here, and then we would create an infinite loop that draws all the power all the time. Let's not do that. But yeah, the water supply from these water wells, from this water purification plant, also supplies water into these connections, which means I could run more pipes out of this then. Well, not really. We're going into the same pumps, which are limited to 1 large pipe. It's basically a redundancy for a 240 cubic meter system, but we can get up to the capacity of it. Have you made a megacity in Songs of 6? What population size did you got? No, I have not done that. Hello, super cool end. I've not gotten very far in that. I think 2,000 or 3,000 people. And then I kinda stopped. It's been such a long time though. 6. January 2025 is my last time I've played. I got 120 hours in it. With the development constantly changing the balance and how everything works, I put that one on hiatus until it's closer to release, or, well, once it's released, I guess. I guess this would work too. We let them drive in here directly, but they're not allowed to go to the city. So there would be no traffic heading along this road. But that would mean again that return vehicles are allowed to enter from this side again when they pick up resources from the warehouse, and that would interfere with the new vehicles. No, I think the way it worked previously was fine. We'll just change it back to that again. Everything has to feed in from the bottom area, which is a right-hand turn in and left-hand turn out. No traffic coming in from the eastern road. So the right-hand turn is never really... the left-hand turn is never really interrupted when people use that to get out of that building. Okay, sure. We'll have some redundancy in the water supply. Sounds good to me. Demolish that. Demolish these. We'll put a clean water supply in. I do not want to run out of water. But it does mean we have supply for 2 full water pipes, which is 250 cubic meters. Heating plant doesn't seem half bad. I mean, it is going over 70 occasionally. The local heating plant is just stressing out, and it is going to run out of coal. I might need a local coal storage, but I don't really want to do that. I might need a truck helping with supply of coal. It's just going to burn through all of that. I guess we need the reduced workforce of 3 workers. Make sure it does last a little bit longer. Do I have to make a distribution office with trucks for the heating plants? I guess I have to. So this heating plant will need its own distribution office with trucks to keep it supplied during winter. Otherwise it's not really a backup solution at all. Well, we do have room to put a distribution office here. Would be better next to the coal supply. Maybe get rid of the small vehicle depot and put the distribution office here? I guess we could also build a large distribution office. Truck-based distribution office bringing coal everywhere. Yep, without coal this is not going to work. And if our heating plant undergoes maintenance, while the other heating plant is out, then people would start freezing to death. I mean, now they're not dying because of pollution, which is good for them, but the chance of freezing to death is the problem. I guess we'll pick up coal from here and put the distribution office in this area. It's another left-hand turn. Well, distribution offices I can guide if I had enough connections. I still need to get rid of this one. Then I can put a sign here. Well, for the moment, no traffic out this way. Actually, wait. Yeah, the loading station is in a terrible spot. Well, it's only 8 vehicles or so. It's not a large amount from the distribution office. 10 vehicles. The distribution office is for coal distribution inside the city for the auxiliary heating plants direct next to the people living in houses will be placed in here. I'll pick up coal from the loading station. That is gravel. That's not a coal loading station. Then I'll pick it up from this thing. Or maybe even this one. The one for the coaling station, I guess. That one has a lot of coal in it. It's not constantly being consumed. Yeah, we'll do that one, sure. Loading will be a little bit slower, but the trucks are not that fast anyway. Building was without power supply for a moment there. I guess we had a fire somewhere. in one of the switches or in the transformer. Let me know when this is done so we can hook it up to the water tower. Water supply for the rail construction vehicles. Give you a little bit of maintenance. Keep you new and fresh. Yeah, and that should be that, I think. I would like to wait with the water pipe, I guess. Till we have it connected, once the demolition here is done. And the higher demolition office here. There's a couple pickups for the footpath. On the footpath you're not really blocking anything, so we can send everyone. That's totally safe. Everything is fine. Let's need some light cableway cars. We don't need that many even. I don't need a ton of workers getting to this area. I mean, they can also work in the orphanages, I guess. Might be a very steady supply for the... That's an idea, huh? Orphanage workers supplied by cable cars. Just make an orphanage cluster somewhere. Cable car next to it. Drop a ton of workers through the cableway station. And then the students can come back into the city via cableway car. Or we pick them up with a school bus, I guess. Waste pickup is fine again, the construction waste is being handled. Excellent. Good. Biological waste, mixed waste. You could help with the construction waste, I guess. Because I think we only have a horse technical service in the area. It's a little bit far. It signs a lot of the city for that too. No, just stick with your 1,000, I guess. Get your own local horse feed supply. Don't have to go outside the area. Road construction here is done. Now we have the traffic jam situation again, so no traffic from this side, please. No traffic through here. Oh, it has to be up there. Gotta go all the way around to get into the warehouse, so we don't have any intersecting traffic for the vehicles going out of the area with their left-hand turn. That's the important part. And we also don't need the dirt footpath anymore. Relocate the distribution office again. Still more road to upgrade. Right, there's a building here. Looks like we could have gone through, but that's not possible. But yeah, this section is not as important. It's basically the return trip for the vehicles back to the distribution offices. It is the access road to get to the fuel tank. So while we're upgrading this, if this catches fire, our fuel supply for the settlement is going to be compromised. And that would be bad. I also won't be able to go over the train tracks. But that road is less critical. This short section here is important because of the fire station access. I guess this one isn't too far away, so should be fine. Guess we'll upgrade this one first. All these two sections. With the traffic sign in the middle. And then go for the short section after, hoping that the fire station on the outside will keep the tanks safe. Footpath was removed. Get the cableway station in place, see that it works now. It does, and we can probably get a footpath through there. Either behind or... I'm not sure if we can get one on this side, let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So we could get a footpath through this end. will work for me. Cables are connected. If you build the footpath later, it doesn't count anymore. Okay. Now it works. If we need to change something and the footpath is already accounted for, then this is fine to build. Can put a replacement footpath in and build the cableway station up. And we have an exit here for citizens to get to work in the location of the water purification. If something happens with the southeastern area, there's still a worker supply coming in from somewhere closer to the center. If something happens with both, well, we have other problems. Much bigger problems. Too steep of an incline, we can correct. Everything connected. Make them gravel, that's fine. Do you plan to make newspaper in MegaCity? Oh, dynamic. What a game. No newspaper. We have no newspaper here. Everything is perfect as is. Why would we need a newspaper if everything is problem-free? I don't understand. Winter is taking its toll on our population count. Everything is okay, I would say. Heavy pollution in the city. Just the way we like it. Water bridges, yes. Pedestrian bridges to get across the water. For water treatment area. Down to 89% quality, which should still be fine. Still within 10% range to get to 99%. Place for children to play on the bridge. That's not gonna fly, no. The orphans, well, it's I guess a natural selection for the orphans if they want to play on that bridge, sure. Might as well, we have too many orphans anyway. Some horse carriages out to pick up the garbage from the demolition sites. I guess the water pipes are done. Good. Excellent. Water pipe demolition, that is. It'll look a little bit wobbly, but the water pipes are okay now. So they can also be built. And the water pumps for this area are within the city. And then we have capacity for 127 cubic meters out of each of the water pipes. Because they'll be connected to two water purification plants each. But we need to also account for the maintenance of the water pumps. So this is just a redundancy mainly for the treatment plants. I guess we can get 80 cubic meters. I mean, not really, no. We should be able to get full capacity because we have a lot of water towers and everything in the city that should deal as a buffer. Yeah, I'm confident. If the water pumps undergo maintenance, then that should be all right. But I do need to wait. Well, we do need to build the output tanks. That still needs to happen. 2 output tanks for the water treatment plant in case it undergoes maintenance, and yeah, that'll act as a buffer storage. I'm gonna make 6 capable cars small. Let's see if that's enough. Water pipe to the rail construction office, purified water, doesn't consume that much, only whenever they need to coal. Totally fine. Nope, these are done. Good. Oh, we have 5 orphanages, I forgot about this one. Yeah, sure. We're all good. 2, 4, 5 orphanages. 6th one still being demolished, not quite done yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the top one being demolished. Repair 20%. Tram is allowed. All good. Same thing here. Trams are being repaired now. And a fire truck and 2 other trucks. Ongoing repairs. But yeah, again, to talk about frontline logistics, the save game is incompatible with the newer version. The changes with the AI and other things, they changed the data model again in the background, which means stuff is being saved differently and handled differently. So I think our current run attempt in that game is gonna fall flat, but there are more features. And for a showcase, I think we can take a look maybe at the new one, because I really would like to see how it handles the AI actually using logistics now. We need 10 aggregate trucks. 10 bumpers. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now you can let me know when you're done. Those are going to be for the distribution office. Wait. I'll have to do something I don't like you. No, it's fine. No, I don't have to do anything. We need an area where to deliver the cableway cars to, and the cableway station in the city is a little bit far away from a road connection, but thankfully this one will do. I thought I had to do something weird with the elevation here, but no, seems to work just fine. All good. Cableway the planet. If we have cableway stations everywhere, that would be so funky. But these buildings are too tall, we can't fit a cableway over them. Can you fit one over that one in the middle? I would assume the hitbox is a square box, so it wouldn't allow this. Oh my god. Wait. Okay, that one we can do. I thought these ones were too tall. No. We can also go over these ones, never mind. We can get it over every building if we want to have a cableway station, feeding workers towards the towards the steel mill. Then I guess we could replace this bus stop with a cableway station and just feed workers across. Okay, I think we need another tram line for the students. Because this platform is full. So, our student platform, this is going to be passengers. Don't think we need as many trams. To transport the passengers, or we need a dedicated route for them. There's too many passengers here. Let's make... It's gonna be a tram line running clockwise, because they're going from the tram platform in our leisure district up to the two universities, unloading at the platform over here. I think I could also transport them by bus? No. It's gonna be more trams running clockwise, I guess. Okay. Seven, 8, 9, 10. In this game there are no houses, only buildings. What is the difference? Lippervolts. We have buildings that are houses where people live, I guess. Or do you mean like single family buildings? Because the smallest one we have is a 10 people house of this size. I think that's the smallest one we got. So yeah, no single family buildings. They are available in mods. And if you start with pre-generated settlements, there are some really small houses in those. I think 4 or 5 people can live there. But the workshop provides. more water substations that needed a water tower. This one in particular, once the orphanage is gone, can hook one up here. Then I'll have to go through them, I guess. How many water substations compared to water towers do we have? 14. I only really care about the ones inside the MegaCity 19 center right now. There's 8 in there. What are the water towers called? Water facility? Yeah. They're in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, that's the water pumping station 6. So 2 water substations, I guess, that do not have a connection yet. One we found with the orphanage. And then there must be another one. That one. Needs a water tower. It doesn't need it, but I want it to have a water tower. No, that's not accessible from the outside. No one can get to that footpath. It's only for workers that work in the orphanage. No one else is allowed on it. Quite far away, but I don't care too much about that, I don't think. It's just an area to provide passive water pressure. Everything's on the same elevation, so there's not too much difference here. Or any difference at all. Water tower, receiving water from the small water pipe, medium water pipe going back to the substation. Until then, it'll receive water by truck. I don't think any buildings are going to be without water pressure because I think there's enough overlap, but there could still be. No, it's all good. Everything has a connection to another water substation, it looks like. But I still want this connected again. Yeah, this heating plant needs a different distribution office taking care of it. The aggregate distribution office with the horse carriages are for low intensity distribution, like coal for the refueling, the coaling of the rail construction of office vehicles or something like that. Not for important parts of the town like the heating plants. during winter. Shut down the rail construction office for now. It doesn't need any workers at the moment since we're not doing any rail construction. Some more workers can go into the rail construction. The rail production, I should say. Wait, where are you? 2. Oh, that's 2 and 3. From the end station. Get in, get out, get in. And then counterclockwise. Yeah, I guess. Hello, Burns. Welcome. I'm not going to send horse carriages to the orphanage demolition because that would just clog everything up. It's their population goal. It was 100,000. I don't know if that's too high. Not sure yet. But it's something that I'm trying to push towards. Currently busy and struggling with navigating the US National Archives. Alright. That's something. Okay, that works. Good. Indiana Jones. I don't think they're that dangerous. Okay, last piece of road. Upgrade this one. Should hopefully not take too long. 2 construction phases. Send the maintenance office on it. And then this whole area will be upgraded too. Then we can work on a couple other brick roads, which are gonna be a bit more annoying to upgrade. The one to the sewage treatment plant, for example. But also not really, because we have a fire station in the area. I don't think we need to upgrade this one. This is fine with a gravel road. But here the residential area could do with an upgrade, I think. Especially the footpaths too. It's quite expensive with all these horses. Everything's kinda expensive. Less than 200 US dollars. I mean, the ruble price is just going crazy with the inflation. But the US dollar price is low, so in comparison, it's still low. What's crazy is the fertilizer and the biological waste prices. There, the US dollar price has also gone mental, and as a result, the ruble price is very high. For the longest time, the iron price was ridiculous, which has mellowed out a bit again. especially now after 30 years. It's climbing again, but it was way worse 30 years ago. The wood price seems to be trending upwards, $167 per ton. Might have something with that too. Came across an article today that said you can freely access the records member list. It's a no-no party, something you couldn't do in Germany. 30 mil for nuclear fuel wowzers. Well, yeah. Prices do be ridiculous in this republic. But we're not making any of the raw resources ourselves, except if you count biological waste, I guess. I wouldn't count that as a resource, per se. I'm trying to figure out what Grandma and Grandpa were up to in the 30s and 40s. Alright. Oh, this one's already gone. Excellent. Small water pipe. No, it's not done yet. Assign the large horse demolition office, because we can just pick this up with 3 horse carriages. Then we can draw the water pipe to the water tower. Water buffers everywhere. Making sure everything runs smoothly. So, we're 110 years in game. There was a lot of time investment in this run so far. I need to make sure I don't burn out on this game. We will see how much workers and resources we're going to do during my vacation. A little bit of a refresh. Some change of pace. Next research, we don't get any free research points for 1990. That is not happening. We need to reach 15,000 citizens. The free research points are over. Soviet Union has collapsed, we're on our own. Well, it hasn't collapsed quite yet, I guess. This is workers. Tram workers. Rail production. This is passengers. Counterclockwise. And then we have one going clockwise. Not that one. This one. We are the Soviet Union now. Not quite, but soon. Grab whatever trams are ready. We'll make the the student tram route, and then that one needs fewer stops. That one basically has the end station, the pickup point, and the delivery point. Not really dropping or picking up students from more locations than that, I don't think. Don't think we need to pick them up from here. I mean, we could, I guess. It's on the path, sure. And then maybe we have to pick up students. Oh, I guess we'll have 5 trams picking up students. Station, tram main station, 1 stop, and then drop them off. And then 5 trams going the opposite direction, picking them up here and delivering them also to the platform. That should do it. Okay, reservoirs have been built. The distribution office is not done yet. So we'll make one route for students clockwise and students counterclockwise. Tram students, moo. Moohoo. Hello, Decipher. Welcome. We will reuse the end station for this one. It's not that many trams. Unload. Go through this stop, don't do anything. Then you're back at the end station. This is tram students clockwise. Hey, streamer host is streaming. Going pretty well, thank you. I have now started my vacation. Excellent, yes. Totally wow. And then for the counterclockwise pickup, we'll go from this side. Don't unload anyone. And then all the way up here until we have a tram stop on this end somewhere where they can hopefully reach the same area, but for now they have to unload here. And the return trip, to get to this point, they just go straight down the line, I guess. We'll probably kick out the other stop also. Tram students counterclockwise. And they're all on this stop. So I need the counterclockwise one. No, the clockwise one. Kick out the stop where you're not doing anything. You're not turning around at this station. You're going through straight. Vacation? Mallorca? No, MegaCity 19, apparently. Why am I getting bonked? No more students on this stop. We'll have to bring more trams in, but yeah, it's gonna be a new route. On the main platform, I mean, the passenger route can pick up students on other locations, I guess. I'm not gonna customize that too badly. Grocery shopping time, good luck. Oh, I lost quite a few people. It's May and still dropping apparently. So, distribution office, horse distribution office for aggregates. I should name them appropriately. Put an H in front of that. For all of them, really. Also, these are not horse feed anymore. These are currently idling. I need to know which ones are horses and which one are trucks. That's our distribution office. We'll get the aggregate trucks in there. Dumpers. Apparently we have some covered hull trucks in here too. Weren't really supposed to be here. Go to the other buildings. There we go. And your choice of work will be to pick up coal from the aggregate storage of coal for the coaling station and drop it into the seeding plant, filling it up to 80%. 10% is 4.5. I guess we could do 90% because they carry 4 tons. Then we shall do 90%. Because once it's missing 4.5 tons, we send a truck out with 4 tons. Right. Passengers, no students, only workers. Wrong building for the other people. No one will wait here, not even workers. Up to 12 cabins, 6 seems like a good number then. You will load, not Dixie, but passenger cabins. And drop them off into the cableway station over on this end. I think it's able to carry 6 at once. So I'll only have to do the trip once, I guess. Road upgrade is done, excellent. The road inside the compound can remain gravel. Upgrading that one would be a little bit too spicy for me, I think. Water pipe gone? Yes, now it's gone. I'll hook it up here. I think that looks good. And then a medium water pipe on the return trip. Back into the substation. Can you load 6? No, you can load 3. Okay, so one more trip after that. I think the truck was able to load 6 for some reason, even though it has a smaller space in the flatbed, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll probably prioritize the water facilities, then maybe the orphanages. The footpath leading around here to get to the second orphanage, which would not be connected at the moment, can still happen. Or they just walk along the main road and get into those buildings from that direction. They already have a connection. You're all busy, huh? Still dealing with the construction waste and not being fast enough at it. Too low capacity. Sheesh. I guess we need a technical service here that is not horse-based. Similar to our other production area. Replace the technical service with a truck-based one. Locally, so it only deals with the facilities in this area. I don't think we'll be able to build it here. Yeah, the technical service is not good enough. I don't know what else we will have here. I would like to prevent a four-way junction. So it might be a T-junction, but... let's see if we can hook this up nicely. Around here, I think. Technical service for waste means we need a couple waste trucks again. Make 5 of them. Stop production after this. Let me know when it's done. We're doing the last delivery of cableway cars. After that you can go back into the vehicle depot. Does mean we can run our cableway. Lovely. I will probably get rid of that last tower. I know, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Looks a bit weird to have these two towers that close together, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. I will feed workers to the area. Currently they can go anywhere they want. I will prioritize them into the water purification area before they check for other buildings. trams. Make sure we get the students where they want to go. Assign a couple trams right now. 5 trams each direction. %82 loyalty in this building. 51% here. Okay, well then let's push into school again for high loyalty for the teachers. Should be able to do that. Citizen train platform. It's gonna be one of the sources of workers going throughout the city into areas like mines. It's a terminus station, just connects into the train track at the end. The train platform is basically way oversized for how long the trains are going to be that will run to this point. And we can build this with footpaths, we don't need the road connection for this. So that's alright. I think. Nope, it has a station for vehicle loading, unloading. It needs the road connection. That makes this platform less attractive for what I want to do. I guess we'll build one of these then. A 1,000 citizens is fine. It's gonna be an inner city train platform. I guess something like that would be enough. 600 people, that's a lot. It's really only planned to run workers, I guess. If we need passengers, I guess I would make another train platform. Maybe I should plan it with a footpath. Make this the worker platform, and then if we need another one, we can hook one up to the side of that. 2 dedicated different platforms. Yeah, I like the way the tram station came out of the planning, but I kind of want to pursue the idea of dedicated different platforms again. So we can customize our own train station a little bit. And then have a passenger platform if passengers need to be transported by train somewhere. Although a train platform for passengers would probably be 2 train platforms, I guess. Because we have a train line potentially going clockwise and counterclockwise. "84 meters. Do we have one that has 2 platforms? If not, I guess I'll have to make them myself. I guess I could use the 80-meter platform. No, it should be in the center. The train platform needs to be in the center. Yes, something like this. It's 92 meters. Okay. That will do. Just planning. Not building right now, I don't think. Still need to think about the idea of the mine. Yeah, not too close now. Why is the station off center again? Need to scooch it up a bit. Only marginally. Somewhere here. Now the footpaths connect. Good. And we can even have a connection out this way. Fairly certain. Need to give it a little bit more room. Guess that would be a train platform, workers, passengers, or vice versa. Probably need more workers than passengers. Almost done with the water pipes too, excellent. Get a color scheme that works for the area. So, water purification plant. This one's too far. And then all of the buildings will be assigned, and afterwards they can go wherever they want. No more cableway cars for now. 6 should be enough. Okay, then we'll start pushing loyalty again a lot. Let me start moving more trams onto the network. Students clockwise and counterclockwise. 5 each. And we should maybe transport them as a transfer, but I don't know. It's probably fine just to leave the ones who aren't really high enough loyalty to study at the platform, and it's fine. They're close enough to monuments where that will hopefully improve their loyalty. Less than 10% of our citizens have low loyalty. Crime affects double the amount of citizens right now. The idea was to have a tram platform, so we can have a transfer between the trams and the trains, and a water tower. But the water tower is not relevant to that discussion. Am I really gonna build the water tower behind the fire station now? I guess I will, so we could have already built it, but that's fine. Okay, demolish that. Connect the water pipe over. And then medium-sized water pipe into the substation. For that increased throughput on passive water pressure. There's the waste trucks. Let's move them out of the building. Once the distribution office is done, we can assign them there. The technical service will handle the waste inside the area a lot more efficiently than horse carriages. And the horse carriages will go into a vehicle storage until they're needed. Okay, water tower is being utilized. Substation is connected to running water again. Good. Demolition here shouldn't take that long. Let me know when the water tower is done. Well, really let me know when the demolition for the water pipe is done, I guess. I don't need to know about the water tower necessarily. Slowly filling up these houses with higher loyalty again, meaning that we should be able to start the loyalty push inside these prisons as well, if we introduce a minimum loyalty requirement of 50% at the very least. And once the houses are full, we can push that onto the other prisons as well. But for now, let's only do one. Ideally 55 or 60% for that extra loyalty gain. More consistently, but yeah, 4% or more is really good. Very short prison sentences can lead to high loyalty with this. It's very nice. But you need to get to 55% first. So I guess the next heating plant... How far are we going to push the citizens? This area is next... Well, no, the northern area was up for grabs. There was an idea of having another small heating plant in the area, similar to the one we have in the southeast, that heats the north, further away from the education area, close to the rail construction office, also delivered to by trucks, the same ones we have in the south. Don't think they'll get a dedicated distribution office. They should be enough to handle at least 2 heating plants. Because they only have to handle it during winter. Bring new supplies in as the coal is being used up. And I guess we could have 2 trucks on each heating plant, always delivering coal to it, waiting until unloaded. Sure. Let's go those assigned, I guess. I'll have to unassign the last dumper, I guess. Otherwise they keep making dump trucks. Yeah, we'll do that once this one is done. Really? Do we want that footpath again, huh? Maybe. Maybe we'll build it like that instead. Square connection. The monument should fit if I build the monument first. Order matters. Students are getting pushed very high with their loyalty. Gotta be careful trying to propagate the loyalty in our society. It's not as easy, it doesn't snowball, it's gotta put some work into it. I'd like to redo this. Oh god. No. Why did you demolish this footpath tunnel? God dang it. Well, do I need this footpath tunnel? Not really. I guess we'll get rid of all of it. If I need it again, I can rebuild it. This footpath tunnel will stay because that's an easy connection to get underneath here. Or we just place a footpath, I guess, past the buildings. It's mainly for workers to be able to get to the prison through a short connection instead of having to walk around. Yeah, when I removed the footpath and placed the Soviet monument, it well, before that, when I removed the footpath, it triggered a demolition, and the rest is history. No priority. Last tram, and we move them in, assign them to the route. 5 trams each direction for the students. Should be more than enough. Okay, I'll assign horse carriages to this. It's not too much waste. It's gonna be 5 or 6 horse carriages to pick everything up. And then hopefully the pipe demolition will be done. We can hook it up to the water tower before it completes. But even if we do it after, it's not too much of a problem. This might affect the water pressure locally. Yeah, the university and the grocer do not have another substation providing water here, so these ones are very highly frequented buildings, so the water drops quite quickly. And it should call in water trucks to help with that, I think. They might just go to the... I guess they just go to the substation, not the building itself. But yeah, it's not too critical. Some really fast vehicles. Yeah, I can't really have 3 trains. The third train would park somewhere on the main track. 2 trains is the limit here. Unless I had another waiting area, which definitely don't want. That would be extreme overkill. Right now it's a little bit overkill. But having the shopping center run out of supplies every now and then was kinda annoying. And this will make it a lot more reliable. We're at over 500 million rubles. Not as much money as one thinks. Let's see how many tons of clothing that is. $100 tons? No, 1,000 tons of clothing. Actually, not that bad. 1,000 tons of clothing is not a small amount, I guess. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Fuel prices going up again. So, passenger platform, if there's inner city passenger transportation, and then a worker platform. Last tram is done. Bring it to the train depot. I'll send it onto the route. So the trains from this side need to be able to enter and leave in each direction, so we need a switch in front of it. And then the worker trains need to go through that switch as well. Everything will connect to itself. Incoming trains, outgoing trains, all the same. Old school switch setup, basically. Something like that. Water pipe demolition done, very nice. Hook up the water tower. And then give me a larger water pipe to hook up the substation with. Small one, medium one. Okay, this is a little bit too close together, but it still works. We don't need a signal here. Yeah, this is fine. That will be the train platform, I think. And then we have the ability from this area to hopefully collect a ton of workers. Train workers and train passengers. Don't need a train platform for students. Hello, Train Master. Thank you very much for the follow. And welcome to the stream. I don't think I need a train platform for students because they just fall under passengers. I don't think I'm going to make separate stations for students and passengers. Because if we need another university, they will be transported there by either cableway cars or trams, in that case. I cannot read Cyrillic, so please English only or German, as specified in the rules. I will try and translate that one. Well, if you are from Russia and don't understand English, then that might not be the best stream. Looks like the groundwork of the technical service is done. All the other resources are available local as well. Should be a pretty straightforward and fast construction. help the construction of the water pipes a little bit by assigning the maintenance officers. They do have a lot of work to do though. I might need more maintenance officers. This seems to be insufficient. Water tower is done. I don't think the water pipe's gonna take too long. Should not really be an issue. One more students will show up here again as the loyalty of the children going through this school increases. I would like to try and push for higher loyalty in this university so we can at least maintain the students in the area up to 40% loyalty. Let's see if we have enough workers for that. I think we do. But I do need to be careful. I don't want to run out of higher educated citizens yet again. Was a little bit annoying. Demolishing that footpath or tunnel will take a while. A tram platform here. I don't know if I want to have a repair station with an end station in the area. It would just be a regular stop for all the trams running through this location. Basically, similar to this stop. I don't think there would be anything dramatic about it. Only problem is really the ability to get the connection over the road, that is. Over the train tracks. Who's back? Oh, it's Deviant Fish. Yeah, I can't really translate Cyrillic on the fly or other languages. If I was able to understand another language, I would of course allow it in chat, but I can't, so I won't. I guess there will be a end station here, but only for the trams to turn around, because they'll go into this road, go to the tram platform, go into the end station and return back out of it. Or we'll just make a simple tram loop with a road, I guess. That would also be an option. Yeah, would be cheaper. More space efficient, for sure. Distribution office coal heating plant is up and running. Seems to be at about half capacity right now, because there's 5 vehicles still in the building. So the estimation that we might be able to run 2 heating plants seems to be valid. Maybe we will make the coal pickup not just from this area, but also from within the city, because if we have a heating plant in the north, it would be a lot faster to pick it up locally and then transport it to that area, rather than always having to come back and then picking up from here and driving it back up north. Local distribution office could make that a little bit more efficient. I don't know if they would pick it based on distance, if I assign both as a source. I think they would just try to balance themselves between them. But on average that could increase efficiency a bit by cutting down travel distance for at least maybe half the amount of travel attempts. Our trams should have arrived a while ago. Where are they? They should be in the train line, I think. Are they here? No. In which line are trams? Custom lines, I guess. There they are. Students. 2 more trams for this line. And then 3 for this one. Got 5 vehicles each now. 4 stops. Should hopefully be able to transport the students efficiently to the university. Yeah, 60% loyalty. You're definitely allowed to be in that building. 75? You have 74. You moved in with a legit amount of loyalty. That's good. So maybe we'll start pushing for more loyalty in our citizens now by allowing them to keep studying after turning 21. Hello. C-money is absolutely no problem anymore. Nope. We got over 1,000 tons of clothing worth of money right now, so very good. Last time we checked we had about 200 tons of clothing, and now we're up to 1,000 tons of clothing as a comparison. How are you doing, Sunshell? Money's doing okay. We're currently upping the amount of water capacity that we have in our network, introducing redundancies and water buffers. Wait, yeah, that's a medium pipe, that's fine. That's a small pipe. This should be a large pipe. I kinda feel like I need to upgrade the water supply in the city. I mean, I can draw 1 more water pipe out of this building, so if each of these is limited to 100 cubic meters, then we're still good. Because that way I can limit each of these to 80 cubic meters, and we would still have the full capacity of the building potentially in our hands. So maybe the last water connection out of this building will go into a water tower, which then has also a connection to the last water connection out of the other water purification plant. I don't think we're going to do that. I still need to build the water tanks here, so I guess I'll start demolishing this, even though the demolition offices are quite busy right now. Yeah, sorry guys, the theater is gonna go away. No replacement planned. We'll just have to go into the leisure district. There's a ton of capacity for culture over there. You'll find something if you manage to get over there. Just take a tram. I hope they're not going to start complaining about lack of culture in the area. Because there's a couple houses which currently can't access a culture building, I don't think. No footpath tunnels here. Didn't accidentally remove anything. The volleyball court might also have to move if I need to put down the pumps for the whole setup. But let's get this going for now. Yeah, maybe we can be a little bit more efficient with the road connections and the footpaths. Especially if we upgrade the roads to have integrated footpaths, then we can just get rid of the external footpaths. And just increase the density in the area. There's a lot of people walking through here. But there are alternate paths available, so get started on that. Let's see if you can finish that in a reasonable amount of time. I think a coal mine would be useful. If we build it on the existing track here with a low quality coal mine, I don't know if I would like that. A high grade coal mine is more to my taste. Just looking at it, not planning it yet. 66% quality, 2/3, seems okay. I think that one is a really good candidate. The one on our train track had a 35% quality. I guess we also have this one. Slightly over 50%. 66% sounds good. If we go for it. A kilometer. Metal scrap, construction waste. Mixed waste. Hazardous waste should not happen here. All the horse waste wagons will have to go into storage until they're used by something else. And we'll try and get it under control with the the trucks, which should be a lot more competent at this sort of thing. And yeah, I guess I could place a fire station right in the middle, have a road connection to both buildings. And then... Okay, I can't because there's a power line here. But then run a road out of the area, but that would decrease the water quality again. I think the fire stations able to go over the footpath connection are good enough. Not over the footpath bridges, but on the outside via this connection. Demolition officers can also pick up the waste from here. It's a small amount away from the road, so the traffic jam potential is marginal. Last water tower, where was that one? Here. Yeah, it's also using the water. We already checked that one. It was done a while ago. A bit of redundancy, a little bit of a buffer. There's maintenance. These are going to last a couple days, but yeah, not forever. I mean, at 20 cubic meters, they're gonna last 10 days, which is not a long time. But together with the other water buffers on the network, they should give us a little bit of time once the water purification plants undergo maintenance. The water purification plant is currently not being utilized, but I don't want to upgrade both road connections in front of it, just in case it catches fire. And we need a fire station to go there. A fire truck. progress. Not on the population count front, but in setting up the redundant network for the drinking water supply. Hopefully the waste transportation over here is now easily able to keep up. Have the trucks arrived yet? Yes. Now they have. Still horse waste wagons heading this way for the removal of the mixed waste, because they are in range. Which one? You all the way, huh? 3 kilometers. Dang it. I wish I could prevent them from accessing this area from the outside. I would have to cut the search radius down to a kilometer, which would do it, I guess. But I don't know if we have the whole city under coverage of technical services, so I don't think I can do that. Yeah, deal with the construction waste for now. If the mixed waste is clean, even if it's picked up by horses, it's fine. And we're not creating a ton of garbage into the waste storage here with an excessive amount of construction waste. It'll be handled fine. Ferris wheel of appreciation during December, lighting up, together with the cableway line, 4 more days. I guess we get another cableway line now, but that one seems a little bit too small to have lights on it. I think that covers all the substations. There might be still some that I'm missing. I don't want to give a water tower to the substations inside the industrial area. They have their own water purification plant, a small one, which is running well below capacity. They should be fine. They're also getting their water from a dirty source, but I don't care too much about that. It's running well below capacity. It's okay. Quite inefficient, but what can you do? Well, the answer to that would be setting up more clean water wells, I guess. But yeah, today's stream is also going to be a shorter one. I think. On Sunday I won't do an evening stream, because I will not be here. We'll see what happens with workers and resources during the vacation. I can't promise anything. Things might be a bit random. I don't think Captain of Industry is gonna happen. That might be a bit much. I don't want to start a Captain of Industry run while we are still on Workers and Resources. But I do believe the Workers and Resources goal is very ambitious. Can't add any more lines to this end station, it's already way too busy. What second vehicle did I want? A dumper. Oh yeah, for the coal delivery, right. Give me another dumper. Wait. And then we can kick that one out again. Only need to have one extra for each heating plant as a redundancy, especially with the closer pickup in mind, regardless of the distribution office. So this heating plant, for example, could pick up coal from the power plant's supply, but that's something I don't want to do. So let's just pick it up from the coaling station's supply and then wait until unloaded. And the second heating plant will have to wait until it's built. The dumper might get used up in the meantime for something else. It would pick up coal from the steel mill storage and drive it to itself. We could have a train unloading for coal in the area, but the large heating plant that will be in the area between the rail construction and the rail production will get its coal by conveyor looping around the outside, connecting every heating plant in sequence. And a small heating plant will just feed off of the local large heating plant once it's built, but until then I guess the coal storage will suffice from the steel mill. I mean, whichever one's closer, road connection wise. Yeah, the amount of students is increasing with the loyalty. I need a university that deals with very loyal people. Students with loyalty 50% and up, and then maybe another one. So maybe a small party HQ is in order. Headquarter of the or a large one. I guess that one could be built too. Next to the train station where the orphanage used to be. I mean, it is a university complex. I guess we could have it back here. Not too many people would be able to walk to it. Only students in the student halls and people arriving by tram could unload into it. If I built it in this direction, it would be a lot more accessible to a lot of people in the local area. Especially the houses that house loyal people with regular education to work in the prison. They would basically have children that could automatically qualify to go to such a university. But yeah, I think for the next loyalty push we need another university. Because I need to segment the universities to make sure that we have enough capacity. Because once I go into the checkbox situation again, I'm losing a lot of capacity for that part of the education, or I run the risk of too many students waiting for professors and them not being able to finish their education at all. The technical university is providing a general amount of throughput with the checkbox being set, and depending on how much staff and professors we have there, that's what we get. More workers are needed, more staff. I think the houses here need to be told to send their workers to the technical university, no questions asked, first and foremost. Because I think they're also supplying workers to other facilities, which is not what they're supposed to do. Except the fire station. The fire station would be fine, and that we might reassign. But yeah. As much staff as possible inside the technical university should allow more professors to arrive, because that loyalty requirement of 25 for employees should be easily reachable. And it should even be increased to 35. To be honest, I just had it lower when we had a little bit of a loyalty death spiral. But with enough staff present, more professors should show up here. Because I think they don't want to send too many professors if not enough staff is present. So let's see if that balances itself out. Or if my loyalty requirement suddenly is too high. Then maybe another building or two just for highly educated workers in that area of lower loyalty that can keep the technical university staffed would also be appropriate. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the tram station setup works. Definitely needed the increased capacity. I hope we don't need another one, but theoretically the last stop, the unloading one, could be repurposed into a loading platform. If we, for example, have way too many passengers, we could also pick them up from that platform. Average life expectancy, 62.4. Going really low this year. Not seen since 1986. Did we have a lower life expectancy at some point? No, not really. $62.3 in 58. Oh, there we go. The year before that, huh? 59.8 in 56. Was a good year. That probably was when we first started using the steel mill? No. 26. No, the steel mill was way earlier. 56.4 average life expectancy. Sheesh. Sheesh. Good times, huh? Or... why do you do this scheme? Come on. There we go. There we go, that's a better view. So this is the lowest point. 1928 was our lowest life expectancy. Less than... well, it was 58 or something like that. 1928. If we can get to that point and make it reliably survivable, which it feels like we can, I think we conquered pollution. then the ability to set up cities with the heating plant in the city could become a possibility on a regular occasion, and I would be fine with it. Totally fine. If the train engine is not on the screen, I guess it hides the selection. Did not know that. Road connection construction here is done. Let's go to the next one. Bus stop. And we'll slowly bring light to the northeastern part of the settlement, where the footpaths and roads do not have that yet. Shouldn't affect our power consumption too much, but we're up to almost 10 megawatts. And like I said before, we're limited to 14 megawatts, so we also need a new power plant set up at some point. 14 megawatts is the highest I'm willing to go, which is the limit of two 8 megawatt connection output for the power plants. They can do 10 megawatt, but we're limited to 8 megawatts. Times 2 would be 16. But we're also calculating 10 megawatt maximum output with maintenance productivity dropping to 70% would be 7 megawatts. Times 2 is 14. So 14 is really our sort of limit that I don't want to go over too much. We do have a foreign power connection, so theoretically we could use maximum power for these and just make up the deficit with the imported electricity. But I would like to plan for redundancy if possible, rather than maximum power. So workers to the water treatment and both water wells, and then you can send the excess workers elsewhere. Should keep the building staffed with some extra supply of workers from the east central location of the center. I kind of want to run the steel mill more by exporting steel and seeing how far we can drive down the life expectancy and still be able to maintain a population stable enough to soak up all of that pollution. But that would create a ton of pollution, because right now we do have the workers to actually run it with force, more than almost 25%. Would be 130, 100 and, yeah, 100 and, wait. 10% is 50, 20% is 100. What is 5%? If 10% is 50, 25, 125, yeah, almost 25%. I mean, I think this prison has way too many loyal workers in the vicinity, especially highly educated ones. They don't need to move in here anymore. Oh wait, you're just anything. You're sending workers to the cableway station to work in the industry. You don't need highly educated workers at all. So then we got 4 buildings sending workers to this prison, which needs 120 workers, and it has 360, more than 360 assigned to itself. We'll switch some of these houses back over. This is eating up too much loyalty for no benefit. I'll assign you 3 houses, which is 270 workers. The rest will have low loyalty. So these 3. These 3 buildings work in the prison. With high loyalty settings. Regular educated citizens. Okay. Hello 1PQ. Why is chat slow mode? Because I don't want people to just spam one-liners or spam chat. I try to read every chat message, so I had that one since the beginning. Sometimes people join who type sentences vertically instead of horizontally. And that discourages that. It's only 5 seconds. It's from when I was doing sim racing, I guess. And I kept it. Might be a bit of an inconvenience, but I think the benefits outweigh the negatives. So the second redundancy setup for the water supply is coming up. This one is really only to make sure nothing will go wrong with the water. And we have the ability to rework things, although we are running everything centrally through these 2 water pumps, which are supplying water to all of the city. It would probably be best to try and put a water storage there somehow. I mean, I do have a water storage on each of the water purification plants. I just need to hook up another output and pump it somewhere else. And then draw the water from that area to the supply, I guess. I'm spamming? Yes, dynamic. You posted a single sentence. If Mega Monkey was here, you'd be in trouble. I can't do anything about too much money, it's just how the economy developed. I didn't overproduce. I could stop exporting biological waste, I guess. That is really, really ridiculous. How much money that is making. It's going to overtake clothing as the most valuable export of all time. Excuse me. Over 1 billion rubles started in 1970. Vehicle exports are only 350 million. So yeah, they're not. Oh no, that's imported. Vehicle exports are 2.5 billion. Then to buy all prints for vehicles? No. Then the overview of what vehicle I want to produce is just going to get way too cluttered. I'm annoyed that I already have the horse carriages in here. I don't think this thing can make horse carriages anyway. You don't have any boards. What are you gonna do when I put like a horse carriage in here? You're not gonna be able to build that. There's no board storage. Yeah, missing boards. Thought so. Mechanical horses. I need to make train cars. I need to make horse carts out of steel. Modern horse carts with more capacity. That I would like. They don't need to run faster. Just maybe twice the capacity, modern tires, and then the same... What do we have? Dumpers. The same wagons, the same horse carts as some of these have as a trailer. So the LZ100 dumper trailer could probably be a modern horse cart, for example, for aggregates. It would have half the capacity of what it showed, so 7 tons or so. Or maybe even less than that. Maybe you cannot load it that well. Maybe they're limiting it to 66% or 50% of that of a truck. But yeah, I would like it. But yeah, this time goal is not money, so even if we have way too much money, it's not really going to become boring because we always have the pollution to deal with. That is right in the middle of the city. And the population growth. We can throw as much money as we want onto the population growth. If the pollution is killing everyone, then it's still not going to work. I really like those train bridges here. That came out really nice, I think. Perfectly curved in one smooth motion with the bridges on top of it. Same angle, same arc. Looks really good. Someone disagrees? Right this way, comrade. So we still haven't used the asphalt from the original storage from I don't know when. We barely consume bitumen. Imported bitumen. Last bitumen import was... There we go. 1978, 37.5 tons. Yeah, very little bitumen. It's cool how little asphalt the settlement uses. Mainly when we build one of these modern buildings, then we use a bunch of asphalt. But otherwise, not so much. I think I'll try and put the party HQ where the destroyed orphanage is, and then put a tram line next to it. There will be a left-hand turn for the trams coming from the counterclockwise direction, but it should not be too troublesome, I don't think. Could also put the tram stop here, I guess. Yeah, why not? This area's unused anyway. Could even incorporate the road connection around the water tower. Then they do a right-hand turn into the stop and then curve around and go back out. Something along the lines of this. Footpath connection will go across Party HQ on this end. Some housing next to the train tracks. And then a small tram stop right here. With a road connection going in and looping around. And a smooth connection around this corner as well. That's where the trams are going to be. No end station needed here. They're just going to run through. And the tram stop should be able to reach even to the hospital and much further. That's good range. Can't even reach all the way up to the other tram stop, but they will not be allowed to walk from one tram stop to the other, because that would be kind of foolish, otherwise the trams are going to pick them up again. So these are going to be brick roads with tram tracks. These are modern roads, right? Yeah, they are asphalt. These ones. Fire station access. We can upgrade one road at a time, and the fire station should be able to cover everything. I mean, once we have this one built, then the fire trucks can run through this road anyway. So I won't need this bypass road at all. More upgraded road through the city. This and this should both be doable at the same time. Upgrading the road into the bus stop is gonna be a bit of a problem. Actually, not really. I mean, for construction vehicles, I guess it kind of will be. We just need to do it and have some construction offices that can pick up workers elsewhere. Okay. I think this is okay. Even this one should be fine, but let's not overdo it. And yeah, afterwards we can remove some of the footpaths and maybe redesign this area. Because all the footpaths will be integrated into the road. And they'll have even longer walking distances than the gravel footpaths they currently have. I'm not going to upgrade the regular footpaths if they are parallel to the road. But the ones going across into buildings and such, they would make sense. Like this footpath here doesn't make much sense once the road is upgraded. But the other ones would be okay. This one is still fine, there's no road here. Things like that. Then we can condense the area a bit, maybe move buildings slightly closer together, put another, maybe a cinema in the area, clean things up a bit. I don't know if this bus stop is used for anything other than allowing citizens to walk to certain places in range and providing us double capacity. They're definitely used for walking to the universities. Lots of passengers heading this way, huh? Sheesh, that's a bunch of students. Excellent. What's the other school doing? That one's fine. That one is not focusing on loyalty at all. It's pretty close to the heating plant, so I don't want to have any residential buildings try to gather up a lot of loyal citizens in the area, otherwise they are just going to get smoked, I guess. Got 2 coal trains and 2 iron trains in the parking area for the steel mill, still allowing access through for other vehicles on the outermost track. If we ever decide to run the steel mill at full tilt, as in start exporting the steel or do other things like that, we'll have to buy more iron trains, but that shouldn't be a problem. They'll just line up into the existing queues, and then we can segment them into shorter sections, or make the iron trains longer. But if we make them longer, they will block the traffic through here. I could make them as long as this point, this switch here. If they're any longer than that, they would wait until unloaded and block the train tracks through until then. Still wouldn't be too much of an issue, because as soon as the other train moves out, before the next iron train moves into the unloading spot, any train waiting to move through would be able to do so. But the only train that is currently moving through is the one to export vehicles. I don't have an iron train right now. I mean, I have 2 vehicle trains for export, and they could be set to export steel at a moment's notice. Could do both. Yeah, I guess we might as well send the horse carriages to this too, huh? They can take care of the footpath tunnel. Since we don't have the orphanages anymore, we don't need it. 52% wear. Go get yourself fixed. There should still be workers able to get to the fire station if I upgrade this road. Yes. Alright. I'll probably need a maintenance office up north. I mean, no, they should be close to where the resource pickups are. I don't know if I should drop a steel pickup next to them. Designate some storage for steel inside the board storage. And then the train that is currently importing wood. No, if we do that, the steel is going to be consumed way quicker than the boards. That would not make much sense. Plus there's only a pickup location here, not a delivery location. So I would have to run a dedicated delivery that then exports the excess. At that point I would have to run a dedicated steel train, I think. But yeah, guys, I think I'm spent for today. Long work day. We'll continue this sometime during vacation. Don't think tomorrow. I have some games I want to check out. I'll go back to probably Frontline Logistics. Maybe Stationeers, maybe News Tower. And then on the weekend we'll see. But yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I haven't really made any extension to the settlement. We're still upgrading and reworking more redundancies into the system because, well, we have to. It's kind of important. A slow progress, but the extension of the northern area with a small heating plant to help it should work until we get the 2 heating plants placed that will connect to the coal conveyor from the steel mill. And we'll have to build the southern heating plant first before we can build the northern one, so maybe we should focus on the housing development around the south. Get the heating plant built next to the vehicle factory line, and then plan for the conveyor to go all the way up northwest between the rail construction and rail production. So we can have hopefully housing all the way around. That would then be 4 large heating plants. Currently we only have 2. And then small heating plants dotted around to provide auxiliary heating to try and get as much efficiency out of those buildings as possible. But yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. Let me see if I can rate you somewhere after I save the game. Oh, well, I'll queue up the cloud save. Any workers and resources stream we can raid into. Oh wait, there's another playtest alert for Iron Nest. Let's jump on that. I'll know in an hour and a half and see if I win against probably 2,000 other people. for a key of that thing. If I do, then tomorrow is gonna be Iron Nest, but I'm not gonna... I can't promise that. That depends on the giveaway against all odds. There's a 0.5% chance to win. So let's not talk about that. Let's see. Who is that? Haven't seen that stream yet. Are you talking? Pretty cool looking settlement, but unfortunately no talking, so... I don't think that's... I think people in the stream do want someone chatty. Well...
Really high.
I'm gonna radio over to Samir. We've been there before. They did start a run on realistic mode now, and it seems like they're planning for water and sewage. Setting up sewage pumps. Probably in a way that isn't necessary. Let's see if we can help them. If you want to stick around for that, please do. If not, that is fine too. I wish you a very good rest to your Thursday afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And yeah, till then, take care everyone, all the best, and maybe I'll see you next time.